The 8th of September every year is celebrated globally as the International Literacy Day. The day is celebrated to encourage formal education and remind the world that literacy is a human right and foundation for learning. In Lagos State, the Ministry of Education joined the rest of the world to mark the day with the theme Literacy and Skills Development. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Mrs. Adebumi Adekonye, sat down with students and read a book by popular U.S. author Ben Carson.
Within 1 year, Ben goes from the bottom of his class to the top. After hard work and strong determination, Ben receives a scholarship to Yale University. Candy is rushed to the hospital where she miscarries their twins. Dr. Carson stays with her all night until the next morning when he does a rare procedure in which he removes half the brain of a 4-year-old who convulses 100 times a day.
Guest speakers shared with the students their life experiences while urging them to be determined and focused.
This now is necklace made from fabric, waste material. That your clothes you think you want to throw away. That your clothes you think you want to throw away. This is it, use it to convert into something. And when you're doing that, you're converting them into
the best thing is, yes, your certificate is good, but don't depend on it. We all look at government job as tie job. Who says you can't wear a tie to your job place when you have your firm? Who says you can't create an office of yours and you have secretaries?
Do not ignore that thing which you love so much, that thing you enjoy doing. We call it passion. Nobody's going to teach you everything. You have to learn things on your own. That's what makes you an inventor. That's what makes you an entrepreneur. That's what makes you different. You can compete with anyone in any other part of the world.
Some of the students spoke on the essence of the day.
The word literacy is all about reading and development and how fast you can think. Like we all know, Nigeria today, you can't wait for the government to do everything for you. You also have to help yourself. And I always like to make cash on my own. So I decided that I'll just pursue my dream in learning Italian and also going to school at the same time.
I really got inspired by facilitators. I'm really impressed by most of their doings. So I think I should learn something, either barbing, to even pay my school fees, to assist my parents concerning my education, how to sponsor my education.
Literacy is all about reading, understanding and writing. Reading in the sense of developing your own skills by yourself. You can't just depend on your parents. You need to work out, make a living by yourself.
My advice to my colleagues is that they should acquire skills, because skills is very, very important. We can't just wait for government to give us white-collar job, because white-collar job nowadays is very, very scarce. So they should go out there and acquire skill.
It is very, very important to imbibe in kids, especially we young ones, to learn a skill, because now you never know what might happen tomorrow. And this is something that can never ever fade away, even if your certificate gets to be tampered with. And this is something no one can ever take from you because it is inbuilt.
We are here marking this activity, teaching our children the importance of acquiring an entrepreneurial skill in addition to their normal formal education. This is very important because it empowers them to be, independent financially.
Concerning literacy in Lagos State, we have gone far, but there's still much to be done. We've talked about the adult literacy. We are talking about Code Lagos. We are talking about Ekon Keko, Lagos is learning. We are talking about last verb, learning skills, both for graduates and for students. So we are taking it in all its ramifications, and we are getting somewhere.
In the same vein, the Director General, Office of Education Quality Assurance, Mrs. Ronke Shoyombo, and her team marked the day with pupils of Lagos State Model College Primary School, GRA Ikeja. For the pupils, it was not only an interesting day, but also a day to learn new words as they read a book titled The Lion Comes to Town, written by a young writer, Bolaoluwa Ashaolu. The 6-year-old writer, a pupil of Corona School Bagada, in an interview with Education Report on TV, shared the idea behind the book and a journey to becoming an author at a tender age.
The book is about a lion coming to town, but two dirty children saved all the people in the way town. Their names were Pedro and Morupe. They let out all the goats in the city, and the lion gobbled them up. But instead of the lion eating the people, he ate the goats first. If they want to write a book, they have to make their plan first, think straight, and always ask for help if you need it.
Her mother was also present, and according to her, it is important for parents to help develop the skills of their children.
I started reading to her when she was an infant. Even though I knew she couldn't read, we used to read in the evenings, but I just make sure the books are full of pictures, colorful pictures. So when we're reading, she's stretching out her hand, trying to touch it. So along the line, she became very interested in books, and she's one person that will tell you that if she goes into the car and there's no book in it, she'll say, "Mommy, this car is boring." I'm like, "Why?" And she's because there are no books in it. So she loves to read. This year's celebration has been full of events. We've been to the ministry, we've had a lot of activities for children, and I think Lagos State is trying to catch them young.
We mark this day to inculcate the habits of reading, writing, and speaking, to make our pupils to be self-reliant, and then to emphasize on the essence of being literate. We are going to increase our reading skills in this school. We'll make sure we encourage our pupils to read more, to write more, and to speak.
Another school visited by the Director General was Ikeja Junior High School, where they were warmly welcomed by the school principal. There, they read a book titled Bantu, the Big Fat Bully. The co-author of the book and the Director General spoke on the essence of the day and the benefits of being literate.
Writing books for children because that's our own passion. Then I have the grace to illustrate, to draw. So she writes, I illustrate. But the essence of writing is to solve community problems, converting book stories into community stories.
Every child needs to be a good reader. Readers are leaders, but good readers will make very good writers. Then for children, you need to be able to create interesting stories. Don't write in a boring way, whereas a child is, before the child even reaches half of the book, the child is disinterested. We need to write stories that can affect our communities, but in a very beautiful and interesting way.
What we're trying to achieve is where all our students in Lagos State can become great readers, because readers are leaders. If children can read more books, they will become better writers, because what you don't have, you cannot give it. And today you can see that our children have been able to read a particular book, and that, to me, has actually consolidated learning, because it has made everybody to understand the content of the book better. So what we're promoting today is let all our stakeholders support our children to become great readers in Lagos State.
The day is supposed to create awareness on the importance of literacy in a society. A society that is literate, the level of poverty will be actually reduced. And this year theme is literacy and skill development. that it is not only for us to be literate, but there must be added skill that needed to be attached to it, so as to enable us to perform fully in the society.
Some of the students had this to say.
I learned that you shouldn't bully others that are younger than us, and from what they did, the literacy day, I learned that it's very important for us to learn, to read and understand, to have knowledge of things happening. Education is important to the life of every child.
What literacy means to me is that we should be educated and we should be able to read and write. And to my fellow students, they are not serious. It's good to read and write, because if you're not able to read and write, you might not be a great leader from tomorrow.
The theme, literacy and skills development, is geared towards equipping individuals in not just basic reading and writing, but also encouraging learning skills set to be used in sustainable economic development.